Nothing like life and living to start your day. Ayo, what is up everybody? ASUS Samurai 7 here, back with another video. In the last one, we got introduced to Cleo Trucko, who was a truck driver before the world fell apart. She hopes that one day she'll be able to find another big rig, repair it if need be, then ride it into the sunset. Will we even make it that far? I got big hopes for this one, so comment down below what you think. And without further ado, let's hop right back into the story. This frying pan has been through a beating. We're going to need to find a new weapon this episode. The first house on the search list today is the final remaining one on our cul-de-sac. But before hopping in, I looked around to ensure that nothing was out back. The front door happened to be locked, but I was able to force open the front window, where I jumped through, collecting newspapers from a box, and a little bit of canned food from the kitchen. There was also 2 forks in the neighboring cupboard that I clipped onto my belt in case my frying pan broke. Then I pulled the curtains down off the windows and searched the bathroom, where there was antidepressants, sleeping pills, and a bandage. Not too shabby. Cleo's inventory wasn't too filled up yet, so I didn't waste any time going back to the safe house, and instead, I immediately walked over to the next house. I again looked around the outside before entering, especially since a few of the windows had been shattered, but there were still no zombies to be seen. I opened up the window on the far end of the house that led into the master bedroom, which, after looking around, had nothing of value for me to take. The next room was the bathroom, where I grabbed a sheet from the sink. The teen's bedroom had more sleeping pills in the dresser. I think we'll be good on those for a while now. In the living room, I found the volume 1 to first aid, which I took for myself to read up on. Finally, I found myself in the kitchen, where there was plenty of food to go around, like this pot of pasta, and even more canned food. I also found another frying pan that was in better shape than my own, so I equipped it onto my back. But after grabbing all the food, I was extremely encumbered. Thankfully, the zombies were still nowhere to be seen. Weird. When I got back, I unloaded all the items I had collected, putting food in the kitchen, books on the table, and medical items upstairs. While we're up here, let's go ahead and add all the sheets we grabbed while we were out. Now the entire house is covered. Hopefully this will keep the zombies away, long enough for me to start boarding up a few of the windows at least. I don't know how long I'm going to stay here, but until we find a vehicle, I think this will be the best spot for us. I hope so at least. But instead of worrying all day, let's get back out there to continue clearing out the area. There we go. That looks like a good enough car to me. Hopefully it has everything we need. But first, I want to clear this house out to ensure there aren't any dead ones in here. The initial room was empty, but then Cleo found herself in the kitchen, where she collected the food, eating a small meat patty along the way. I was also able to find an eraser that'll come in handy if we accidentally make a mark on our map. The last room was the bathroom, but there wasn't anything to search in here, so I exited the house to go check out the car. Still not seeing any zombies. Oh, there they are. And another was in here as well. Let's check to ensure there aren't any more inside. All clear. I ate an apple from the fridge, then went back outside. Let's cross our fingers that the keys are inside. Hopefully they're in the glove box. Let's go! Just what Cleo needed to spark life into her. Although the tank was empty, we found a gas can in the last episode, so we just need to find another car that has fuel in it to siphon out. I crossed out the 3 houses I had searched, and had an accident with my pen, so good thing we found the eraser earlier. Cleo wanted to go ahead and kill the zombie she saw behind the house, but first, she had a smoke to clear her anxiety. While walking up, I thought one of them had a screwdriver on him, which we are still in need of. But after they were dead, I realized it was actually a hand fork, but at least there was a big pin. Now we have all the colors to mark our map with. Since there was a garage right beside us though, I figured there could be gas there, or even a generator inside. I apparently made too much noise opening the window, which alerted one of the sleeping zombies inside the house. The garage ended up being fairly empty, but I was able to stumble upon fertilizer, so I opened up my map and marked the car with blue and the fertilizer with green. One of the remaining boxes had a few pipes inside, and since these do more damage than my Weasley frying pan, I swapped that out to be my main weapon. There was also a screwdriver in here, allowing us to start leveling up our electrician skill. I wanted to keep an extra eye on my weight this run. Usually I end up forgetting to eat until I'm extremely hungry. I want to be able to hold more in this run though, so we're going to need to eat more to be able to do that. I crept through the kitchen, keeping an eye out for any zombies, then found myself in a bathroom, where there was painkillers, antidepressants, and an adhesive bandage. I ate another apple from the fridge, then grabbed all the items from the freezer. You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. There was also a steel pork chop in the oven, so you know how to snack on that a little bit. While I was in the living room grabbing an Electrician Volume 2 book, I noticed I had missed a Life and Living episode. Oops. Let's get back home now. I threw one of the pots of noodles in the stove and added the rest of the pork chop I had found earlier to it, and then ate it up. I remembered that we had an electrical magazine that we never read from the last episode, and after we finished it up, Cleo was able to add the first item to her finished books corner. Life and Living was about to start, so I hopped onto the couch and opened up my Carpentry Volume 1 book while we watched woodcrafting, leveling it up along the way. I checked out my map, where I noticed there was another house close by with a garage. Maybe it has a car with gas. Nope, only a zombie. This metal pipe isn't too bad. There was a mop in the laundry room, and I wanted to clean out the blood from the kids' bedroom back at the safe house, so I went ahead and collected it. I didn't grab the bleach though, but I don't know if we need any. I'm not too sure how the cleaning mod works. The freezer was absolutely loaded with meats, along with ice cream as well. I ate a bit of ham while I continued looting. More food, even more food, Carpentry Volume 2, and even more food. Yeah, I think we're gonna be okay with eating more this run. When I got upstairs, I was given the choice of 3 doors. Behind the first, nothing. In the second, vitamins. And in the final, shirts. Let's go ahead and rip up some of these. We need to increase our tailoring skill sooner rather than later. And while I was walking back home, I was going to search the final remaining trailer on the street, but a fire truck caught my eye. I walked a little closer and saw 2 more cars nearby. There's gotta be fuel here. But there was a fairly big group kinda close by, and being encumbered, along with tired, I didn't want to be too risky. I checked out the fire truck quietly, but it had no gas inside. It did have a battery in the glove box though, and a bottle of disinfectant in the back. I started walking up to the other cars, but then I noticed 3 zombies to the rear of the trailer. Well, they're coming to me, so no running away. I backed up all the way to the road while eating some food to decrease my weight a little bit. Now we're ready to finish them off. By this point, I was nervous about returning to the cars since nighttime was coming soon, so I went around the dead bodies I had cleared out the past 2 days, dismantling any electronics they had on them. Cleo also found a diamond ring on one of the dead, which she took as her own. They won't be needing it anyway. And once back inside, I dismantled the remaining electrical items then put the electrical parts inside the cabinet. I tried equipping the mop to clean the blood on the floor, but was unsuccessful. I'm going to check up on the mod before the next video, but for now, I return to my room for the night. If you all enjoyed this video and would like to see more of Cleo Trucko's story, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, make sure to tell your loved ones you love them, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.